Hello and welcome back to this series about building a house. In this video, I'm going to share with you what they don't tell you about black cotton soil. Now, black cotton soil is a very common type of soil in Kenya and some parts of Africa. So apart from the red soil, which is very common like in western parts of Kenya, we have the red soil. In central Kenya, in parts of Kiambu, we have the black cotton soil. For those who are new in these areas, this black cotton soil has some of the properties that affect your housing. It is important to understand this when you intend to start your house. So black cotton, we are going to look at some of the properties. We are also going to look at some of the procedures that are used for excavation, what you should know about the excavation process. There are things people will never tell you about excavation of this black cotton soil. For example, issues to do with the disposal of this soil. Okay, so if you find this information to be valuable, you can kindly consider subscribing to my channel so that you can continue getting notifications whenever I upload a new video. I hope that you are learning if you are intending to start building your house. So first thing, we look at the properties of the black cotton soil. The black cotton soil, whenever it rains, it is very sticky. It is a very stubborn type of soil. Its way of absorbing water is very slow. For example, in parts of Kiambu County, where this soil is found, whenever it rains, water, you will see water that doesn't drain easily inside. So the drainage of this soil is somehow very poor, and whenever it has taken in some water, it is very sticky. For example, if you are walking on this soil, you will find it very annoying on your shoes, on your car. For example, cleaning your car can be quite a challenge. Okay, and when it's also dry, it's also a very stubborn type of soil. For example, when it comes to construction works, excavation of this soil by hand can be quite a challenge, and those local guys, the watu wa Mukono people, will charge you a lot of money per foot if you are going to use them to excavate the black cotton soil. So those are some of the properties you need to know, and it's also unwanted. It is not wanted for construction. It is a very useless, I can say useless type of soil, because it is not wanted in construction work. So for you to start building a house, you cannot build on black cotton soil. You have to extract it, you have to cut it out, so that you remain with soil that is good or conducive for construction work. So you have to plan for cutting the black cotton soil as the first step before you start any construction works on that particular project. And the plan for cutting out black cotton soil has to be made in advance. There are manual ways whereby you can deploy people, maybe 5, 6 or 7 people, to dig the soil from the site if it's a 50 by 100. So you can imagine how many days they can take if you are paying them per foot. Then another method is you can use the machinery. We have the excavators that will do the work maybe in a few hours, and your plot will be extracted. They will have cut out the the black cotton soil. So for me, I've had an experience using the excavator. These excavator machines are quite efficient. I found them to be very efficient in doing this particular job. So first thing you need to know is that you need to make prior arrangements. You contract the people who are involved in doing this work. We have people who specialize in this particular activity. So you negotiate with them, you approach them, you discuss. They will ask you about the size of the plot and the location. Those factors really matter. The size of the plot and the location, where is your plot located, will determine the cost of extracting this particular soil. And this will cost anything from 100,000 Kenyan shillings to 150,000 Kenyan shillings based on the location of your plot. So an excavator will work in conjunction with the truck. These guys will usually come with several trucks, so that whenever they extract this soil, it is put on the truck and it is dumped. These guys will know where they will take the soil, so it should not be your concern if you have engaged them on contract basis. Now see, that is the difference between contracting and manually counting the number of trucks that are extracted from your plot. If you decide to manage it yourself, it will be quite a problem, because we have people who are involved in enforcement. Whenever they notice that you want to extract soil, they will start asking you for permits. The reason why they are doing this is because of the problem of dumping. Okay, if you walk in some parts of Ruiru East, Kiambu County, you will find places where people are just carelessly dumping the black cotton soil. Okay, somebody can just come with a truck loaded with the black cotton soil, and they will dump it in your property. So I think the government authorities are trying to prevent this from happening, and this is why they are controlling whoever is extracting or cutting out the black cotton soil. You must be able to show where are you going to dump that particular soil. So it's an environmental problem that you should be aware of. You're not just going to extract soil and dump into your neighbor's property. Okay, that will be very unethical, and it can lead to more problems. So ensure that the people who you contract to do this particular job of extracting black cotton soil, that they are familiar with the area, they are familiar with the local people, and they know exactly where they are taking that particular soil. So that will be a very good way of managing that particular part of a construction process or activity. So to finish up, we want to talk about the things that you should be watching out during the extraction of the black cotton soil. The timing of these guys can be quite a challenge. Some of these guys will come at night. They will prefer working at night for whatever reasons that they are known to them. Maybe you might not be there, but just let them know that they should maintain the beacons of the property. If it's a 50 by 100 plot, those beacons should be well demarcated. And before they start extracting the soil, you ensure that you have very clear marked boundaries with the whitewash. The whitewash powder is very useful for marking the ground. Then another important thing, also ensure that the depth of excavation is as per the recommended. This should be maybe 1 foot to 2 foot depth. So ensure that they have reached the rock. If it is in Kiambu, my experience was that the next day when I went to inspect the work, I found that they had reached the hard surface, which is kind of rocky. Okay, so once you are certain that they have done the right job, it is when you can proceed ahead and make the payment. Avoid making payments before the work is completed. Avoid making payments before you have inspected the work and ensure that they have done the work properly. So I think that summarizes the preparation for land before you start building your house. So if you feel that you need more, you have specific questions that you would like to address to me, you can always reach out with a call, and we'll be able to organize find time so that we can have a discussion on the best practice or the best way you can approach that particular activity. If it is budgeting, if it's finding the right people in Kiambu. I'm located in Kiambu County, and I've worked there for a long time, and I will be able to provide you with the guidance that you can use to ensure that you have a better experience building your house. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next one.